Mr. Abramoff, who was a partner at Greenberg Traurig, directed this creative billing arrangement. In my personal view, this payment reveals the extent of Abramoff's shamelessness. Not only was he stealing the tribe's money, but he was also using the theft to improve his professional reputation and the reputation of the firm. Hyping the Texas threat in a memorandum dated November 6, 2001, Mr. Scanlon reports that he had just returned from Texas and states, quote, "We believe now that the Alabama Coushatta will open soon if we do not intercede. This will likely be a small facility and not the Class 3 facility the Counsel is worried about, but we believe you should shut it down regardless," end quote. This exemplifies the lobbyist strategy of identifying an exaggerated threat to the tribe's casino revenues, as is the following assertion in a report from Mr. Scanlon to the tribe, dated December 21, 2001. Quote, "Despite our best efforts, the voting public in Texas remains very pro-gaming. The state economy is lagging, and with the Enron and Continental Airlines debacles hitting the Houston area back-to-back, they are desperate for revenue. And we said when we came to you with the original Texas proposal, things are really bad over there. We have never before seen such a pro-gaming atmosphere in Texas or anywhere else in the country. In our collective political careers, and although we have it contained for the time being, this environment is a very serious threat to the Grand Casino's future." End quote. Threats of infiltration, according to a memorandum from Mr. Scanlon dated January 3, 2002, the company that owned one of our competitors was, quote, "well known for their ability to infiltrate the electorates of Indian tribes, and this will undoubtedly happen there if they get a foothold in your region," end quote. After hammering this point and others, Mr. Scanlon states, quote,
Mr. Sickey, would you try to summarize as much as you can since we have to move forward? Go ahead.
Okay. At about this time, perhaps sensing some opposition to their proposals and programs within the tribe, and likely planning to increase their fees and profits, Mr. Abramoff and Mr. Scanlon began excluding and attempting to discredit their political opposition on the Council and within the tribe. On October 31, 2002, the tribal CFO sent an email to Mr. Abramoff stating that tribal auditors were requesting confirmation that the tribe had paid a total of $18,559,700 for, quote, demographic surveys and studies and professional consulting services. Mr. Abramoff forwarded the email to Mr. Scanlon asking, quote, "what should I say, especially about the last part, the request concerning no contracts," end quote. In response to several frantic comments from Mr. Abramoff, Mr. Scanlon states, "Effing weird. Really effing weird. I hope that this is a standard operating procedure," end quote. He then recommends that Mr. Abramoff talk to the tribe's vice chairman before writing anything. There was never a formal reply. The confirmation requested by the auditors was not provided. Instead, a decision apparently was made to lay low until the storm passed. There is no doubt by this point the lobbyists knew the questions were being raised about their fees. As is clear from subsequent events, they obviously did not care. Apparently, they felt confident that even this type of blatant misconduct was fair game in the world of big-time lobbying. This time I'll go into my closing comments.
Thank you.
In conclusion, as Chairman Sickey and I have both noted, since we were not involved in any direct dealings with Mr. Abramoff or Mr. Scanlon, there is very little we can say here today about the events at issue that would not involve speculation and conjecture. Therefore, until our own investigation is complete, both of us are reluctant to comment further on the lobbying activities in question. Moreover, any speculative comments on our part could jeopardize our legal efforts to recover the tribe's money. But what we can state with firm conviction, based on our own review and the findings of this committee, is that our tribe was defrauded out of most of the money we paid. And no matter who the lobbyists used or who they try to blame, this fraud was orchestrated and carried out by Jack Abramoff and Michael Scanlon. And from the tribe's perspective, the fraud that was orchestrated under the banner of Greenberg Traurig. Your committee has performed an important service by exposing this fraud, and I am grateful for the opportunity to address the committee today. As Chairman Sickey has noted, there are lessons in this sad episode for everyone. Thank you.